Ladies and gentlemen, I finally got the 200 kilo squat that I've been chasing for, seems like for a very long time. I tried 205 just then. I didn't think that was going to go up. I've basically exhausted my central nervous system with the 200, and then I yelled and screamed and carried on and celebrated the milestone of 200. Oh man, such a long time in the making. But I think I found the secret sauce, the secret recipe to getting my body stronger. And it doesn't have a lot to do with actually lifting heavy weights, to be honest with you. If there's anything that I've learned in the last 2-3 weeks, it's that heavy weights, 80% upwards, doesn't make you stronger like lighter weight. Now, that's a bold statement, and I'm sure all of you guys are going to disagree with me. But for me, for my personal experience with training weights, I had never, in my lifting career, spent so much time doing squats like I have in the last 2-3 weeks. I'm talking about doing a barbell for 50 reps. I'm talking about doing 100 kilos for 26 reps. Super high reps, humongous pump work, essentially bodybuilding, to be honest with you. This has nothing to do with powerlifting. I've been listening to a couple of different people speak about this topic. I just want to get stronger. I don't really care which code of barbell training I belong to. I just want to get the results. And for the longest time now, I spent a good 150 days trying to just push, the single rep business every single day. And, it worked for about a month, and then it basically plateaued heavily. I pushed hard. I kind of got injured. I had tweaks and whatever, and had to back off and came back with other ideas, doing 60% for triples, 60% for fives, 60% for singles, all that sort of stuff, always kind of working below 5 reps. And then it got to a point where, I was exposed to different things. Recently I've started reading, as of yesterday actually, a friend gave me Super Squats. Thank you, Hayden. I've heard about this program before. The 20 rep squat routine and milk and eggs and whatever else the routine calls for. It was all about breathing squats. And that's what I've done in the last 2-3 weeks. I can't do 50 reps of the empty barbell straight. I will do 20, breathe for 4, 5, 6 breaths, do another 5, do another 5, do another 5 kind of thing. And I've been telling you guys, some of you guys have said, this is cardio. I don't think it's cardio, man. I think it's training. Breathing squats is not cardio. I think breathing squats is immense amount of time under tension. I think there's a lot of value there. It is disgustingly heavy work, as in difficult work. Before some of these sets that I was doing, I was getting anxiety basically. Like it's terrifying to know that you're going to go through hell and back in the next few minutes. I've been playing with the idea of actually stopping squatting every day in the last few days, and just doing super squats. Taking my 10 rep max and doing it for 20 reps, and then just adding 5 pounds each session 3 times a week. I thought about doing that as well. And then this morning I woke up and I started thinking, okay, let me just see, because I've already done 2 or 3 weeks now of, super squat type of workouts where I was doing breathing squats, albeit it wasn't with my, 10 rep max. It was like sub 50% weight kind of thing. And the response I've been having is incredible. Like my legs have grown, man. Like there's nothing to it. Like I know a lot of you guys are going to say, well, that's not real hypertrophy and that's not real strength work. I just got stronger, man. I just lifted 200 kilos, I feel amazing. I feel really happy. I feel like I started shaking after the damn thing. You guys probably have seen the scream and the slap and whatever, but then I carried on a little bit afterwards. Very, very happy. And I think this is the path for me. It is squatting every day. I'm going to continue squatting every day because I really like visiting, practicing a skill. It doesn't have to be balls to the wall every day, but it certainly has to be high specificity. I want to train my sport. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to continue doing the Bulgarian kind of squat every day. I think the Bulgarian squat, when you say Bulgarian squat every day, You're talking about basically training max, and then very limited, doubles or triples, or I don't think they even went to fives ever, occasionally or rarely. My version of squat every day, what I want to do is I want to spend most of my time with very lightweight. I want to, Hayden, if you're watching this, he said, it's about owning a weight, and you don't move on until you own a weight. And what I've decided to define owning a weight is hitting 20 reps. So the other day I hit 120 for 20. So I've owned that weight, and now I've got the license to go heavier, maybe 130 now, and try that. And then, as long as it takes me, and I won't do that every day, I'll do it every other day, kind of like, super squats. And then just keep at it until I conquer that weight. And what I've found is that you're getting stronger, man. This bullshit, and it's really annoying me. And I'm sure some of you guys who have a lot more information and knowledge under your belt are going to say, this is not strength training. I'm getting stronger with doing very, very light work. I don't know what else. That's my experience. That's my anecdote. And I don't know what to tell you. Like, all these guys who are doing sets of 5 and whatever and getting stronger, that's the secret recipe for you. I don't know what my muscle fibers are doing. I don't know what your muscle fibers are doing. Certainly there are people out there who are getting stronger with just single reps. I've given that a really good go, and I don't think that's for me. Like, honestly, it isn't. Now, I'm somebody who doesn't like bouncing from one routine to another. I really want to give it a go, and I want to control my variables and play with different variables one at a time to work out what's up. For me, man, like I don't know, like when I was a kid, I was playing soccer. Then I played basketball. And it was all about, running for the whole game. Stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. So in my developmental years, you could say that I was working on my type 1 fibers. It was all about endurance, And so here I start, lifting weights at 20 or 21 or whatever. At 25, start powerlifting, and I'm doing sets of 5. And, I got pretty strong, I got to a level. But then for the last 150 days, basically, it was a complete halt. Like, no matter how hard I pushed, I wasn't getting anywhere. I dropped the weight down to basically empty barbell, started doing that for 50 reps, and thereabouts with similar type weight. And I just, when you guys are walking around every day, like you feel strong, you feel stronger without even touching the barbell. Like, I had a fair bit of confidence as I was warming up today. Like, today I didn't do any high reps. So I basically did the barbell for 10. I did 60 for 10. And I did 100 for 5, 140 for 1, 160 for 1, 180 for 1, 190 for 1, and then 200 for 1. So absolutely no residual fatigue from previous sets. It's just, let's see what I can max out on. So that's it. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm breaking the mold, what a lot of people are recommending. 5 sets of 5 to me is I don't know. How do you I don't know. Like, to me, you're gonna have to reset every few weeks, because sooner or later, when you do 5 sets of 5 and you start adding, linear progression, and you add 5 pounds each workout or each week or whatever, eventually the weight's gonna get too heavy for you. Eventually, you're gonna get to a point where you're grinding these fuckers out. Whereas if you were, say, working with, 60% or 50% of your 1 rep max, and you're taking that to 20 reps and 30 reps and 40 reps, it's easy, man. Like, you go until you can't go anymore, and then you rest at the top. You rest at the top because you know that the stress is metabolic. It's not, tension. It's not the weight is too heavy. And you rest at the top for a little bit, regain a bit of circulation to your legs, and you can knock out a few more reps and a few more reps. And I think those breathing squats is what's gotten me stronger. Whereas with heavy ass weight, you've done your 5 sets of 5, or you're doing your 5 sets, you can breathe at the top, but like, you've exhausted. It's not metabolic fatigue that you've got. It's different, man. Like, you have to break form. You have to, I don't know. That's my opinion. I think it is far safer and far better to just push reps week after week than just pushing weight. That's my experience. That's what's worked for me. That doesn't mean it's for everyone. But I'm just trying to explain to you guys how I got to where I got. And the progress that I've got in the last few weeks has been incredible. And the trajectory that I feel like I'm going to get with this type of training, although it's ruthless training and very, very hard work, is very positive for me. I truly think I'm on the right path here. All right, speaking of doing breathing squats, that's exactly what I'm gonna do next. Today was the plan to touch my maximum weight and then come back and do 130 for 20. My last workout I did 120 kilos for 20 or 21 I think I got. And today I'm gonna up the ante a little bit. I'm gonna put 130 on the bar and I'll try to breathe through this one. By far, this is the most difficult portion of the workout, this heavyweight business. As I was working up to 200 kilos for the first time, of course, I had anxiety, I had fear, I had whatever. Can I get this up? You know, dissipation, nerves. But I know if I can't get out of the hole, I'll just dump it, and that's the end of the story. But when you're doing 130 for 20 and you're doing these breathing squats, you know you're up for some pain. Like, it's gonna be painful. So anyway, let me get ready, and then you guys will see that from me next. All right. So I didn't manage to get that one. That was 130 for 16. 4 more reps, man. It pisses me off that I didn't get it. But I was even having trouble standing. My glutes were just starting to cramp up on me, even at the top, so I couldn't even freaking rest at the top. But that's right, maybe next time I can get 20. But essentially, this type of training is, this type of periodization is called step periodization, where you just stay with the same weight for a little bit before you master it. You know, even if I got this, next day would have been 140 kilos, and there's no way I was gonna get 20 reps 140 anyway. So I know the big jumps and, you know, super squats talk about like 5 pounds. I'm just trying to keep it, you know, keep it simple, and I don't mind spending, you know, a few weeks, even a month on the same weight. It's not really about, you know, just pushing weight. It's just about doing the breathing in between sets, basically. Time under tension. So anyway, guys, this is going to be my favorite day of my training career. 200 kilos, man. I've been after it so long, and I feel like I'm onto something with this. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you get motivated to do whatever the hell you want to do in your life. For me, it's taken, what, 211 days to get here. But I've worked it out. It's persistence, man. It's all about persistence. Eventually, you're going to work yourself out. Everyone's different. All these protocols, all these routines, you know, the cookie cutter programs, they're all out there, but whatever. But you just have to, you know, do the craft that you want to do, and then work it out for yourself. Sure, take some pointers here and there, and don't be afraid to experiment. Because if I was a boneheaded, stubborn dude, I would just keep banging my head against the Bulgarian system until I broke through. That clearly wasn't working for me. I need reps, I need reps, I need reps. That's my thing. So that's it, guys. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one.